Grandma, are you planning to cook one of them casseroles?
I am. Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and today we're going to make I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet, but it's like kind of like a Tex-Mex Mexican type casserole. We're going to be, I've got about a pound or a little over of ground beef in here, and I'm fixing to put, that was 1 medium onion, and 1 medium onion is like 1 cup. And so I'm going to put my onions and my ground beef together. Then I'll take the grease off my ground beef. This is just regular, what people call hamburger ground beef. It's not extra lean. It's just regular. We found it on special at the grocery store, so we bought it, and I'll just take the grease off. But I've cooked some before, and there's not really that much in it. So I'm going to let this cook. And I'm putting taco seasoning, and I make my own taco seasoning right here. And I think I have a video on it, but I'll put it in the description box. And today we're using a whole kernel Southwest corn, and that has poblano and red peppers in it. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're using rotel tomatoes. Now, I do them all because the medium or the hot is too, the original is even too spicy for us. And I'm doing fire roasted tomatoes, which they are wonderful. They're so good if you've never used them. I've got black beans here that I have rinsed. It's a whole can, I think 15-ounce can maybe, I think. We've got cheese. We've got corn tortillas. And the kind of cheese that I'm using is, I've got about, it calls for 6 cups, which is a lot of cheese, but it's going to be yummy.
It's a big casserole.
It's a big casserole. I'm using about 4 ounces of pepper jack, about 8 ounces of Monterey, and about 4 ounces of sharp cheddar. I had the pepper jack and the cheddar. I had used already half of it, so I said I'm going to go ahead and use all that, and 8 ounces of Monterey Jack. And y'all know I take a recipe and I make it my own. I just use it for a basis sometimes for what I do. It called for all Monterey Jack, but we like a little bit stronger cheese than that. So that's the reason I put some sharp cheddar and some pepper jack in it. It's going to be a very easy, simple. Preheat your oven to 350. And I always have to look in there and make sure there's nothing, because I hide things in there sometimes. So I'm just cooking my ground beef, and it's almost done, and my onions. And this is going to cook in the oven 35 or 40 minutes. So your onions are going to cook in the oven. But I just like to give them a little head start in my ground beef. So basically what you're going to do is, once I get this, take this juice or grease off of this ground beef, I'm just going to put everything except my sour cream in this one dish right here, and I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to put it together. So it's a really, really easy dish to prepare. And trying to figure out what I got this quarter. Oh, I know. It takes a I tried to get everything out, and I have that one left over there. It's a little quarter-cup measure, but it takes a quarter-cup of taco seasoning. So, okay. And as you can see, this is pretty much done. And like I say, it's got the, basically, we're browning it a little bit, or cooking it a little bit, just enough to get the grease out. So what I'm going to do, get all those onions off of there, because they are good. I'll get me a little dish right here, and a small ladle. And y'all saw me do this the other day on a video where I made my what did I make? Some kind of casserole that,
Grandma, they ain't hardly enough there to worry about, is there?
there's not, but I don't want quite that much in. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because it's ready. And I don't want those onions. Yeah, it's got a little bit more grease than I want in it. So I'm going, if it was just juice, but some of this is grease, and you can see it.
Yeah, Roxy will like that on her dog food.
Yes, she will. You can see it floating on top. A lot of it's juice, and I'm trying to, I do it back like that because I don't want to get those good onions. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the juice in it because that is flavor. Delicious flavor. As you can see, most of it, if you look in this bowl, most of it is juice. It's not, your oil is coming to the top, your juice is going to the bottom. So, okay. Get a little bit more out. That might have been, that wasn't even 1/4 of a cup. So, okay. I'm going to leave that little bit in for flavor. And Roxy will get that over, since most of it is juice and not fat, Roxy will get that in over her dog food. Now, if it was all fat, no, I would not give it to my Roxy. Okay. Now that we've got that done, this is going to go quickly. All right, I'm going to add my black beans, the whole can. Okay. And I'm going to add my fire roasted tomatoes. And this is a 14.5 ounce can. And that's what those black beans were. All right, to that, I'm going to add my rotel. This is going to be a big casserole. And this is a 10 ounce can of rotel. I'm going to add my corn. And this is a 15.25 ounce can of corn. All right, I'm going to stir all this together. Man, it looks good already. I'm going to turn it back on just to heat all this up good. Okay. Oh, man, it smells good. Oh, this corn, y'all. I've used it before in casseroles. It is, and it's non-GMO. It is so, so good. If you've never used this in casseroles and things, it is really, really good. All right, now to this. Now this doesn't have any like thickener or anything in it. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of my taco seasoning. And that may seem like a lot, but this is a big casserole. So, oh, and I got to add a 1/2 cup of water. So,
Are your vegetables sugar-free?
Yes.
Okay. So
well, no sugar added.
we got no sugar added.
No sugar added.
We have carbs in this, but no sugar added and no gluten.
Okay. In this one, all right, let me see. In your rotel, there is no sugar. And in my fire roasted tomatoes, no sugar added. No sugar added. Of course, your tomatoes have sugar in them, but they don't add any sugar to it. I'm going to cook this just a minute or two to kind of, that taco seasoning is going to kind of thicken this up just a little bit. And I want it to get heated through and through. Boy, doesn't that look good?
Looks good to me.
And I'm going to taste of it. I didn't put any. I'm going to put some pepper and I'm going to put some salt. Because there is no salt in that taco seasoning. It's just like cumin and chili powder and I forget what all I put in it, but I'll look the recipe up and I'll put it in the description box for y'all. It's really easy to make, and so much better. You make your own so you know what's in it. When you buy these little packages, I know they say spices, but you don't know you have no idea what's in it. So I like to make my own. Now I'm gonna add like probably, it calls for 2 cloves of garlic, but I don't have any. So I'm gonna use garlic powder. And that's probably that's 2 teaspoons. It wasn't a whole tablespoon. So I'm going to stir all this up, and then I'm going to taste of it to see if I've got enough seasoning, taco seasoning, if I've got enough garlic, enough salt, pepper. And you can make this your own. You can add whatever you like in yours. Now I'm not going to add any sour cream to it. I've got sour cream out. Roy loves sour cream on tacos and chili, stuff like that. I do not. So now I like it in dishes. I just don't like it on the side. So it's like I like buttermilk to cook with, but I don't like buttermilk just to drink straight out. But Roy loves it. His favorite meal is buttermilk and cornbread. And every once in a while, I'll make him some thin, crisp cornbread. That's the way he likes it. That was my oven coming up to temp. Okay. All this is getting hot. All right. I'm going to taste of it. I'll just use this big old spoon. Okay.
Now, if you want to serve this dish, cook this dish for your family or a lot of people, but you still want to eat low carb, just take this out. It has corn, but the carb load would be very, very low on your serving. So this right here would be low carb. You would just take out your portion and not put the corn.
You don't have to put the corn in it.
You don't have to put the, what is that, corn tortillas over there you're putting in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't have to put the corn tortillas in it.
Right.
Or if you cook it as a casserole without the corn tortillas, people can just add them as they want to.
Well, you can use it like a taco.
Right.
Instead of making it a casserole, you can just leave it like this, have lettuce, diced tomatoes, sour cream, cook your corn tortilla just a little bit. What I do, I just put a little frying pan right here, and I'll just cook them just a few seconds on one side, a few seconds on the other, and then you could just take and make a taco.
Yes.
Out of this same mixture. Yep. But I wanted to do a casserole today.
But the beans are low carb load, and the tomatoes are low carb load. So the only thing you're adding in the mix itself that's in that pan we're looking at is just the corn.
I'm putting just a little bit more taco seasoning in it. It had, I'm going to put just a little bit more garlic. It called for 2 cloves. So that was about probably another half teaspoon. So it was almost a tablespoon of garlic powder. And I think I had some minced garlic in there, but I didn't get it. I forgot about it. So, all right. All of this is heated well. I'm going to put my sour cream over here because we're not going to use it right now. Now, this is going to be a big casserole.
This is a healthy dish.
Okay.
With all these vegetables.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Let me get a big spoon right here. Now, I got to read right here what it said. Okay. Line the baking sheet with corn. Okay. Now, I'm not spraying this or anything. Honey, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm just taking my corn tortillas and I'm lining them. It calls for 16. I don't have but 13. I counted them. So, what? You're supposed to overlap them like this. But I think I'm just going to kind of do this layer right here in half and kind of do it like this. Okay, now you put some of your casserole, some of your mixture. You're supposed to make 3 layers. I don't know that I'm going to make 3 layers. I may just do 2. We'll see.
Well, the fewer tortillas you put in,
the less the carbs.
The less the carbs.
That's right. And you can always, if it doesn't have enough tortillas for you, you can always get those little Tostito chips and eat along with it. So I'm going to try to make it as low carb as I can this morning. Okay. All right. Now, sprinkle your cheese over that. See how simple this is? And I mix my cheese up really well because when I grated it, I wanted to get a lot of all the cheeses in there. Okay. And
this would be a casserole with or without the corn tortillas.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you bake it, it's going to turn into a casserole.
Okay. I'm going to try to not put quite as many. I think that'll be enough for us. All right. I am going to have 3 layers.
Another way to keep it low carb is just one corner. Don't put any corn tortillas in.
Yes.
And you can just, if you're the only one that's worried about it.
Yeah.
Because active kids, a lot of times, it depends upon your individual family and your, what you're looking at in your family and whether or not you're trying to keep children lower carb than they currently are.
Okay. Now, cheese. 6 cups of cheese is a lot, but this is a big casserole. So now I'm going to cover this with foil. So these tortilla chips, these corn tortilla chips are really going to get, they're going to get well done. Okay. Now, for this one, I'm just going to kind of half them like this because I don't want to put all of those in there. $16 is a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to put the rest of my, and I'm just going to pour it in there like this. Instead of standing there dipping it out. And there was a good bit of juice, but that's okay. All right. Ooh, this looks good, y'all. So good. All right, now I'm going to put the rest of my cheese on here. Then I'm going to cover it with foil and try to get your cheese dispersed around as good as you can. Okay, let me get my foil, baby.
It's beautiful, Grandmama.
It is. I can already.
You can taste it, can't you?
I already know. Well, I did taste of it a minute ago. I'm going to taste of it again right here. Y'all. It's got just enough heat to kind of tingle your mouth, but when you swallow it, it doesn't burn you.
We like to say it just threatens you with heat. And I feel like you might get some heat.
I got a little sore throat this morning, so if it was very hot, it'd be burning my throat. Okay. This goes in a 350-degree oven for about 35 or 40 minutes. So when it comes out, I'm going to show you what it looks like.
And it goes. Here it comes.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Look at that.
Back up, Grandmama. I'm fixing to dive in.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo.
Look at that.
Woo. Splish splash in a taco salad.
Y'all,
I mean casserole.
that looks so good. You would want, I'm about to take some out, but you would want to let it sit like probably 15 or 20 minutes so those juices can absorb back up in your casserole. Right, oh, I just touched the pan. Right now you see they're out, but and the grease from the grease from the grease from
beef,
the
ground
cheese,
beef.
no, from the cheese.
Cheese, okay.
Is also dispersed out. So you'll want to let it sit about 15 to 20 minutes to let all that go back up into your casserole. Yeah. So you won't have you won't have grease in your thing. So we're going off. I'm gonna take a picture and then we're gonna taste of it for y'all.
Woo!
All right, y'all. I am about to cut this and I'm going to let Roy taste of it. And I've got his sour cream right here. I had to get a picture for my thumbnail because when I upload this video, if I don't have a thumbnail, and that is the picture you see when you pull up my video. If not, they ain't no telling what views. You'll get one of me and a half smile. You'll get me, I have to do a thumbnail so it looks like I want it to look when my video comes up. Now
you said you could have put sour cream in it if somebody wanted to.
If you want sour cream in it, you can put sour cream in it. And you can use this like a taco. You can put lettuce on the side, diced tomatoes. Once you get it on your plate, you can dice up some fresh tomatoes, put over it. You can cut up some little green onions, put over it. Sour cream like Roy's about to do. Just any way you eat your tacos, you can use that on the side.
Slaw or salad, anything you want to add to it.
I told Roy I wasn't going to say slaw and salad, so you see he got his little jab in. Because I said, no, I wouldn't eat slaw with that. But
I would.
I'm about to cut this. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm going to come over here. Y'all. Oh, wow. But if I was y'all, I would give it like 15 or 20 minutes. Good gracious.
Beautiful.
Look at that. And when I put it in the oven, Roy said, well, I would have liked those little Tostitos on it. And he would have. And it would have been just as good with the Tostitos as it is these corn. And we might like the Tostitos better. I'll probably try those next time.
And just like you said earlier, you could actually use taco shells and just dip this into your taco shells.
Yes. You could use this.
Beautiful.
You could use it as a dip.
Gorgeous. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now then.
All right.
That's getting ready to eat.
I'm going to get a fork. Hold on. I'm going to taste of this little corner right here without the sour cream because I don't like sour cream. So, and I got some of the corn tortilla. I got a little bit of everything. Now, this is going to be so hot, y'all. Woo.
Glad it's your mouth and not mine.
Well, you're fixing. You're about to. That is so good. Oh, matter of fact, it's delicious. It's really, really good. And if you don't have fire roasted tomatoes, you can always use salsa. I use probably, I don't know, a cup and a half of salsa maybe. Wow, that is delicious. And I tell you also what, I used to make this a lot. Not a lot. I would make lacy cornbread. And instead of using the corn tortillas, I would lay that lacy cornbread down. Fresh cornbread with plain cornmeal, gluten-free. Now, this is gluten-free right here. Sugar-free, no sugar added and gluten-free. This dish is. But I would make lacy cornbread. I would put it on the bottom. I would layer it just like I did my corn tortillas. Now, you talk about something good. And if I'd have been really smart this morning, that's what I'd have done. But
And again, if you leave the tortillas out, this is a low-carb load dish.
Y'all, that tastes just like a taco. That is so good. All right, honey, I'm going to take the camera. Whoop, I just put my hand over the camera.
Now
right,
that I'm in front of the camera, we're going to put on a show. I'm not going to take the camera back. Woo. Well, I'm going to get some of that.
Honey, it is really, really good. I wish it was lunchtime. We had keto waffles for breakfast.
That's excellent.
Isn't it good, honey?
That is excellent.
That is so good. Hold your plate. I'm going to get a picture. Look at that.
The
That's
cheese and the vegetables and everything. The tortilla.
It's hot.
It's not. It cooled quickly. That's out of the park, honey.
Isn't it good? I knew it. Well, everything in it we love.
Sometimes you just luck up.
We just love everything in it.
Now, Rose gets a lot of advice from the cameraman. I want y'all to know. She never brings it up, but I'm really behind the scenes guiding all this taste.
Y'all know that. Y'all know that, don't you? I asked him the other day, I said, who's cooking this kitchen? But well, anyway.
Everything I know about cooking, she's taught me.
All right. I'm going to show y'all this casserole one more time. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Y'all, it is so good. So good. All right. Thank y'all for joining us this morning. What do we say, honey?
Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, and God feeds the soul.
That's right. And what else do we say?
Put delicious back into your healthy food.
And what else do we say?
God bless you. Punch all them buttons.
That was it.
Subscribe.
That's right.
If you'll just keep feeding me the questions, I'll get it right.
Okay. We love y'all. We'll see you next time.